What's up, guys? Back with another video.
Hey.
Andy, I'm trying to record. Anyway, you can see we're still our usual goofy selves, but we're sorry from the behalf of me and Andy for the lack of posting lately, but weather's been crap and we've just been trying to do our best to try to do something, but it just hasn't worked out like we've said in the past with different things. But today is gonna kind of be like a quick update type thing, but we'll touch on that a bit later. Right now Andy is currently struggling. Yeah,
currently right now, yeah, I'm in prep for the new wheels that I told you that I told you guys about. I'm taking off the spacers and I'm gonna get them kind of cleaned up. I actually have somebody who wants to buy them from Instagram, so I'm selling these. They're 1 inch in the front, as you know, and then 1.5 in the rear. With my new tires and wheel setup that's going on here, I won't be able to run those. Well, I probably could, but it wouldn't really be a good idea.
Yeah.
So these are gonna come off. We're just gonna run them normal for now, which isn't a problem because they're not gonna be on here like that for very long. These are actually gonna come off, and these are gonna be the spares. And then, like I said, the rears are going with me to Mustang Week as my burnout tires.
yes.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. The only thing that sucks right now is I can't get my electric impact yet. And this old air gun that we're using is like 30 years old. And yeah, it's
no balls.
doesn't have anything to it, so you know, probably shouldn't do that because then the air compressor's gonna kick on and it's really loud.
Yeah, but you may notice that's the jack we were talking about that we got
we
from
are
Harbor
using the
Freight.
new jack, and I definitely notice a difference.
Yeah.
It's kind of coincidence that we're doing the spacers while we're here. We are actually releasing a project series, or build series, I guess you would call it. I mentioned in the past that I'm eventually buying this house, and we had big plans. I know we talked about, you know, the backyard. I'll go ahead and tell you guys what we were going to do with that, because right now it's just not going to work. We were actually going to have this garage door right here be a pass-through, and we were going to build a, I guess you would call it a pole barn out there to actually put the cars in and work on the cars and things like that. But crunching all the numbers realistically, with getting all the concrete that's necessary, the building, getting it insulated and finished off so it's actually nice and we can, you know, withstand the winters, and then paying somebody to build it, you know, I was looking at close to $75,000. It's just not really something that can happen right now, especially with, you know, trying to get, you know, more tools set up so we can work on the cars, actually still wanting to work on my car. You know, if I really pushed, I could make that happen, but what fun is it to have a nice shop like that and then have no money to work on your car? You know, it just kind of seems pointless. So what we're going to be doing in this build series is this summer, Nick and I are actually taking a week and we're going to make a big video series out of it, and we are going to completely finish this garage. It is going to be completely cleaned. It's going to have a resealed and basically refinished concrete floor. So we're going to have somebody come in and basically resurface it, and then we're going to put a floor down on top of it. I'm still not sure. I don't really think I want to do epoxy, because with the jack and jack stands it's going to gouge the epoxy, and I don't want to have to take, you know, 3 or 4 other additional steps just to protect the floor. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to end up putting a nice sealer down on the floor and just leave it at that. And then we are going to frame the entire garage. We're going to frame it. We're going to insulate it with I think it was R13 or R15, R15 I believe. And then we're gonna put up some OSB and some nice like decorative paneling to kind of finish off the wall. I really want to stay away from drywall just because I know how to do it, but it's just going to make the process that much harder, and I really don't want to do that. So we're just going to do OSB and some decorative paneling. The roof we're not really going to mess with right now because there's so much stuff up here, and my grandpa wants to keep a lot of this stuff. He doesn't want us to get rid of it, so we're going to keep all of that. And then we're going to fix the lights. You know, we're going to get some heaters out here, and it's going to make it so, you know, next winter when Nick and I are working on the cars, you're not going to see us, you know, standing in front of these heaters all the time or bundled up in nothing but winter coats and, you know, our noses are running. It's not going to be like that next winter, which is what our big goal is, to have a place to work on the cars, especially with the fact that, you know, this is going to be my house in the near future. So it'll be cool to actually have a functional, nice, finished garage to work in. So, like I said, I don't want to give you all the information right now of exactly what we're going to be doing and what the 100% plans are. But since we're in the garage and you can actually see it right now, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a brief overview of what we're doing. And as Nick said, we're going to go ahead and try to buzz these wheels off and get these spacers off so we can go home. You'll see in the video of another thing that I got today, so we kind of want to get back to enjoy that. And then we'll give you more information once we're back home. I'll actually go into depth about the build and what it's most likely going to cost and things like that, and we'll talk about the steps that were needed to take to build my dream garage at 21 years old. I mean, I turned 22 in February, late at the end of February, so we're going to be starting this at 21, and having my dream car and, you know, dream garage at 21 is absolutely amazing. So I definitely, like I said, wanted to share it with you guys in hopes that, you know, you see it and like it and, you know, talk to us about it, maybe even come see it sometime, who knows. So we're going to get these all buzzed off, and then we'll catch you guys on the ride home.
What's up, guys? We're back at the house finally. I hope you guys enjoyed that montage video we did. And speaking of that montage, we got to talk about it. Me and him both talked about things that the channel are going to be going a little bit different.
And we've dropped hints about
it.
You know,
because we know the quality wasn't the best. I was just working with a Sony RX100, which is, I just got it just so I could take pictures for Instagram and whatever I wanted for social media, really.
And I was working with my old GoPro.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was a Hero 3 Silver, something like that.
But plenty of people told me the quality really needed to be worked on. I was like, yeah, I know, but everything I tried just didn't work with that camera, so I was like, I need to get a camera that will do what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And we talked about that, and we know the audio isn't the best in the cars and stuff, and so this is just something we both agreed we should probably do, so... do you want to talk about what you did first?
Yeah, sure. So since we're not recording on it, as you saw in the little driving montage, this is actually what we used. This is the camera that I got on my end. I took it out of the case for now, but it is a GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition. Now, the cool thing is with GoPro, I actually used their trade-up program. So if I traded in an old camera, I got $100 off, you know, this or whatever their like 360 camera is. I forget what it's called. Yeah. So it was actually really cool, and it has a lot of good features, as you saw in the driving montage, like built-in gimbal type of stuff. So this is going to be really cool. We can use this a lot more, you know, like when we're actually in the cars mounted up. And then we can use, you know, the camera that Nick ended up getting when we're in the garage working, or, you know, just kind of vlogging around doing whatever. So it's a perfect kind of mix, because Nick can tell you he's seen some of the other videos or you know, footage that I got on my old GoPro, and this is like drastically changed. I mean, this is actually like a really good camera, and it actually has good quality. So it's not strictly just an action camera anymore, which I really like.
And it's not so much the quality too; it's got all those cool features.
Exactly. So this is definitely going to help up the game, and you're going to be seeing a lot of use of this during Mustang Week. And of course, when we're out driving the cars and things like that, drag strips, whatever. But I'll let Nick talk a little bit more about his camera. You won't be able to see it right now. Eventually, when we use the GoPro again, you guys will get to see this camera. But right now, we're using it to record. So I'll let Nick, I'll let you talk about that one.
Yeah, so we just got done talking about his GoPro, and like I said, or he said, it shoots in 4K, which this also does. shoots up to 4K, so if I wanted to, I could dumb it down to 1080 or whatever I really wanted to, but why not use 4K? But yeah, it's a Panasonic Lumix G7, and it takes 4K pictures, records 4K. It even has slow motion capabilities. And the kit I got it off of Amazon, and it was just a killer kit. That's why I couldn't pass up on it. It comes with a Rode mic, which most people know the Rodes are really good quality mics. And that's what I was looking for in a camera. I wanted to get something with an external mic port so I can actually use an external camera if I wanted to for in-car footage or whatever we wanted to
we'll have plenty of uses for it.
Yeah, to where the audio might suffer because of the car being loud or wind noise or anything like that. And that was one of the things I wanted to do. And I also did like with my old camera, it has, like with this one, the flip up camera, or flip up the
screen.
So we can actually see ourselves right now as we're recording, which is nice. And it's nicer for like vlog style stuff like that. And I didn't want to lose that, but I didn't want to deal with the crap quality as far as audio and video goes. So I did my research. There was like probably 5 other cameras I looked at before this one. And the more videos I watched, the more I realized I didn't want those cameras. And then I found a bunch of reviews that were all saying basically the same thing about this camera, where it's a really good quality camera altogether, but a lot of people use it for YouTube for a reason. And like I said, the kit, it came with everything. It came with a book bag. It's basically a camera bag, tripod, the mic, 2 batteries, and the charger, obviously. But and the camera, all for around $500, which really ain't too bad of a deal if you ask me.
No, it's not bad at all.
And then I bought a screen protector for the flip-up screen stuff. And Ziggy, don't do it. I would be lying to you guys if this wasn't the first time this has happened.
Right.
If you remember the last time when we were kind of putting Andy on trial.
And, speaking of that, there's going to be another little animal running around here pretty soon. I hinted when we were in the garage that we got something new. Of course, we were talking about the cameras, but I also picked up a new dog today. Finally was able to get a dog. I ended up getting, it's a 6-year-old female husky, and her name is actually Shelby. Now, she was listed in the shelter as kind of a shy dog, so she's warmed up very well, but she's, of course, super tired. She's upstairs in her little playpen area, just totally zonked. So you guys probably won't see her in this video, but you'll see her around in the future. She'll be probably in the garage hanging out with us at some point. You'll see her when we're down here shooting videos. So yeah, just keep an eye out for her. She'll be around.
Yeah.
She'll be around.
Yeah, really there's only one final update to talk about, but as far as the cameras go, this is basically it. Things are only going to get better. Like we both said, they're both very good cameras for what they're meant to do. And like he was saying, this one will use more of stuff like this where we're talking, and we just want things to be better as far as video quality and audio quality go. And obviously there's plenty of more content coming.
Oh yeah,
it's just hard, especially in Ohio.
Hard when you can't, it's cold and
it's
snowy.
Cold and snowy and running out of money.
Yeah, you guys saw in the other video, or actually earlier in the garage, I mentioned we've had that polar vortex where, Tuesday and Wednesday it was like -30, -20 with the wind chill.
Yeah, that was
and
bad.
Then Thursday night we got dumped on with about 6 inches of snow. So it's just been like non-stop here.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
So believe us, we're trying. It's just...
It's hard.
It's hard when it's that cold. And
plus we live, like 35 minutes away from each other, give or take a little bit. So whenever we shoot videos, we kind of have to travel and then of course get over to my grandparents' house, things like that, to be able to do the work.
And like we talked about when the whole introducing you to the channel video, if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it in the description. But basically, like you were saying, we're going to be doing videos together, but once it warms up a bit, and obviously you're going to be able to do your own videos now that you have a camera, and I'm sure there'll be other cameras for you in the future if you want to get like a crazy one like this. If you wanted to, you can, but that one will do what this one does, which is sweet.
Oh yeah.
But that's, like I said in that video, it'll be nice because you'll be able to do videos, I'll be able to do videos, and we'll also be able to do videos together, all as one channel. So it's just going to help you guys out, the viewers, so you can actually watch a lot more content. So it'll be a lot easier when it's summertime
This damn cat.
Dang cat, man. It won't
Ziggy,
stop.
get out.
He's so curious. Oh my god. Oh. I'm not cutting that out. That's funny. I don't care.
All right, we're leaving that in. Stay over there.
Stay. Stop sniffing the dang tripod.
So you think, should I get into the garage stuff?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch upon that because I know we said that it'll create a lot more content. And I just didn't want people to be confused. But yeah.
Well, don't mind me. I got a little folder here that I'm kind of flipping through. Not everything is up to date. But as I mentioned, so what we're going to be doing this summer is I'm going to be renting one of those storage pods for probably a month or so. We're going to take everything out of the garage, completely clean it, which as you guys have seen, there's a lot in the garage. We're going to take everything out, we're going to clean it, and we're going to have somebody come out and resurface the floor. There's a lot of spots where, I mean, the floor's been there for 50-something years. I think 52 is what my grandpa said. So there's a lot of spots where it's, you know, kind of chipping and, you know, whatever from the salt and things like that from the cars. So we're gonna have somebody come out and resurface that, level the whole floor, and I'm gonna have them smooth it. I don't want it to be like the rough concrete, I want it to be smooth. So then we're gonna seal it. On top of that, we're gonna put some of that gloss, kind of like wet look seal. And then from there, we are going to frame the entire garage. We're gonna insulate it. We're going to put up, I was thinking drywall at first, but I really don't think that it's a good idea to mess with that. It's just so much work and it's gonna take a lot more time. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna put up a 1/4-inch OSB and we're gonna put some decorative paneling on top of that. So it kind of has that wood look. You can probably see some of it right here. I think that's in frame. But it's not gonna be that color of wood. It's gonna be kind of like a grayish type of tint, which I really think will pop in the garage. Let me see here. Along with that, I am also going to replace all that lighting out there, so that'll help kind of get rid of our lighting issue. I'm going to be running, I believe, 6 or 8 LED fixtures instead of the fluorescents. So that'll hopefully help clear up the lighting. I know LED picks up a lot better. Like down here, these are, I believe, actually, I don't know if these are LED or not. Don't quote me on that. But either way, they're just a lot brighter. Either way, it's a brighter bulb, I should say, than what's out in that garage. So you can tell that it picks up the lighting a lot better on us. I did mention that we're gonna basically make the garage functional for winter. So instead of using those propane heaters and the tiny little space heaters, I'm actually getting 2 5,000 watt heaters that I'm gonna be putting out there. And I believe these are rated at around 400 square feet per heater. So we're basically going to be able to heat up 800 square feet, which is more than enough considering the garage is only 720. So we're going to be nice and toasty warm. We can actually work out there. I'm not really doing anything with the ceiling, as I said. Eventually I'll find a way to finish that off, but we just have so much stuff up there right now. And you know, I might have mentioned in here before that my grandpa is going through chemo. He's not really doing the greatest. And one of the things that really bugs him is when people kind of like get rid of stuff, especially stuff that he, you know, likes. So we're not going to mess with anything up there right now. So you'll see in the videos, it'll just have a 6mm like plastic liner kind of up there just to keep the heat from going up there and escaping, keep it down. Let me see if there's anything else. I know there's going to be a lot more, but there's just so much stuff going on that it's hard to keep track of everything. The small garage door that you guys have probably seen towards the back of the garage, it's actually an older wood garage door. So I'm going to be actually replacing that with an insulated garage door. The front garage door, the main one, is actually already insulated, so I don't really need to worry about that. Another big thing is there's going to be some tool carts coming, some more of those. There's going to be a really big one that's actually going to go back there, and I'm going to turn that smaller one that you guys saw in the New Year's vlog. Is that the New Year's vlog? I think so. That's going to be turned into kind of like more of the detailing cart, and the bigger one is going to be for the tools and things like that, just because it can hold everything. That cart isn't going to be able to hold everything. So we're going to turn that into the big tool cart, and then we're going to turn the smaller one into the detailing cart, because you're going to see a lot of good videos of us detailing, especially with that better lighting. We're going to definitely detail the cars before we cruise down to Mustang Week. which is going to kind of suck because, of course, on the drive down, they're going to get dirty.
And then we'll do it again after.
But it won't be as hard. If we do
Yeah.
all the work before we go, we just need to basically wash them when we get there, which is nice. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming, and I'm not going to mention, everything about this garage. There's going to be a lot of videos coming. We're turning this into a series. This is the first of many. This is just kind of letting you guys know, hey, this is happening. And it quite honestly is, the dream garage build. I mean, this is something that I've wanted to do, and it's, a lot of people, dream of doing something like this, and the fact that I can do it at 21.
Well, it's like realistic.
Yeah.
That's like how we are with everything. Like our cars, like you said in the past video, Shelby is a dream car for any Mustang guy, but it's realistic to have a GT.
Exactly.
And you don't really need to have a Shelby in this day and age. You can, with VMP Performance, like you're wearing, always repping them.
Yep, I have to. They hooked me up.
VMP Gen 3, 1,000 horsepower you can make.
Yep, easily.
With the right fuel system, 1,000 horsepower.
Oh, yeah.
On a stock block, which is freaking stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's realistic to have this car, but you don't need to have a Shelby in order to get the same kind of power figures, which is crazy.
Exactly, and that's I see where
And
you're going with the garage.
it's the same thing with the garage. Would it be nice to have
a big pole barn?
Yes, it would be awesome to have that, but it's not realistic.
Exactly. I mean,
it would take a long time to save or even pay that off if you got a loan that big.
Exactly. I can promise you guys that at some point in the future that will be coming. But like I said, the first step is we're going to be using this garage regardless, even if we get the pole barn built.
Yeah.
So why not go ahead and make it nice? It's probably going to be around my rough estimate for everything. Now, this is kind of a rough estimate because we don't know exactly how much of everything that we need. I don't know how much. There's a lot of rewiring that the electrician's going to have to do, and of course the concrete. But we're doing all the work ourselves. So minus the concrete and the electrician, but everything else we're gonna do. So my estimate is with everything, including like the tool cart or the big tool chest that's gonna go in there, and some of the other minor things that I'm adding onto that to be part of the garage build, it's gonna be around 10,000 or less, which is perfect.
Doable.
I mean, that's
Definitely doable.
very doable. Because the other thing is you guys got to think that I'm only 21. So the fact that I'm, building this car and building this dream garage at 21 years old, I'm pretty proud of that fact. And, I don't say that to brag because like I said in the first video when I got on this channel is, we're hoping that you guys can kind of live your dream of the car life through us because that's what we did with a lot of the other big YouTubers before we could actually afford it. I can sit there
because
countless
we were on the
times.
phone the other day, and because we were talking about money and stuff like that, putting into the car. I was like, I don't actually know how much I put into my car, not even including like the monthly payments. I'm just talking mods alone.
Yeah.
So we're on the phone. I just went through there. It was almost 20 grand
Yeah.
at least. It was like 17, 18.
And I
I was
forget.
like, good God, have I really put that much money into my car? That's insane. Granted, most of it's tires, because tires are not cheap.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Especially the tires I'm buying.
I don't know exactly who is going to be watching these videos, but maybe a lot of you have seen me in. My Instagram name actually used to be Smiles Per Mile S550, so you probably saw me in JD's videos if you watched, or JD Joyride TV, I should say. If you saw any of his vlogs from Mustang Week, I was in quite a few of those actually. But since then my name has changed to Throaty Yodi. And of course when I was down at Mustang Week, that is obviously in September, I had just got the car in June. So there really wasn't a whole lot done to it. So I was actually going through here and there's actually another probably $800 so that's not even on this list. But since Mustang Week, I've basically put $8,300 into my car, which blew my mind. And I'm hoping my parents don't watch this video because they would flip if they saw that.
The same, because I've put almost double that.
Yeah. Now, the other thing too, you guys, I don't know.
Gotta spend money to make money, baby.
Exactly. And I don't know if we've mentioned this. Our builds definitely are on a different level. I mean, you've had your car for what?
Going on 3 years now, yeah.
Going on 3 years, so you've got a little bit of a head start on me. You know, I literally, you guys have seen a lot of the stuff that I've done so far. I just got this car back in June. So it's pretty cool to be able to, you know, have your dream car and build it up, and then of course build a place that, you know, that you can actually work on it and be proud of, and have it be functional.
And what I like what we're doing with our cars versus every other Mustang YouTuber, they obviously have a lot of following.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot easier to do stuff. We do not.
Exactly.
So we're grinding and busting our asses every single day so we can try to make enough money to do the next thing to our car.
Yep.
And I'm the same way with him. It's unbelievable that I'm even in this position. One, to even have that car. Two, to put that much money into it. Not even including the amount of money we've spent just to own the vehicle.
No kidding.
And then we're like, "No, screw it.
Let's just build it.
Let's just build it." And obviously we don't have enough money to go and spend 10 grand on a supercharger with the right fuel system and tuning and all that stuff. But I like the way that we're doing it because we are...
It's more fun, I think.
It's kind of like we're starting, not to quote Drake, but starting from the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're stuck with like NA stuff. But
Yeah.
My car makes over 500 horsepower to the crank, which is insane.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little more now, because like I've talked about before, my clutch blew up, and I was not on the correct tire for the drag racing part.
True.
And now I am. So I was talking to him earlier. I was like, he's kind of in this boat where he's like, dang, we just did all this stuff to my car, and I can't even drive it. I don't even know what it feels like.
I know.
And I'm kind of in the same boat too, because I just put a 800 horsepower clutch in it, twin disc, and got like actual drag tires and rims, and I can't use them. And it's
Winter
basically
sucks,
built
man.
to go fast, and I can't do it.
Yeah, winter sucks, man. That's the worst part. I mean,
what I'm basically trying to say is look forward to the future. This crap is going to blow up.
Yeah, there's
Mustang Week especially, but before that, I'm going to be doing lots of drag racing this year. I'm shooting for 11s and maybe better.
Yeah.
We're going to see what's going to happen, but
there's a lot coming, and you know, one of the big things is just be looking out for this garage build. I mean, this is going to be absolutely huge. It is going to totally change the way that we can function as a channel and have a place to work. You know, you guys saw us when we were doing the rear gears and stuff. We were at Krieger Ford, and it was so loud and so many people we couldn't even record. That's going to be totally different now. We're actually going to have a functional garage with functional tools and not just hand tools to actually work in. You know, it's going to be huge.
But on that note, I think that's pretty good for the video, but
yeah, I think we just about covered everything we wanted to.
And yeah, that's basically it for the video.
Yeah, I think
so
covers it.
Yeah, we talked about the cameras, talked about the garage, just things coming in the future.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot.
Things are looking up. The quality's getting better all around, and the content will come with it. We just hope you guys stay for the ride. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure to check out all the other videos on the channel.
Check us out on Instagram too.
Yes.
We'll plug those. Well, they're already plugged in the description, so yep, check those out.
And yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to keep watching. Things are gonna, like we said, they're getting pretty crazy. So yeah, other than that, we guys will see you guys in the next one. Peace.